Hello, this video about your final pressing and actual presentation of your code. So if I usually do that on the mannequin, and it's easy for me to see where I need to press. But if you followed all my instructions from the beginning, you don't need to press so much anymore because it's already been pre-pressed accordingly to what you do. So if you spend time and you be patient, then you don't need to press so much. You only needed to overlook, how it's all been sitting all together. So I usually put on the mannequin to do the final checkup. If you don't have a mannequin, then you have to do it on the iron board. Please do not put on anyone else. You can't press on any other bodies or your friends or mum. So please don't do that because it will cost you injuries. So it's very important that you, if you do need to press, you put on the iron board or on the mannequin. Now, if you do need to press, you need to make sure you use a cloth, which is slightly wet cloth. You cover it and then you go over stuff. For example, my sleeve, I want to press it my sleeve, so you just cover it and then you press over. You have to be very gentle. You have to be cautious about stuff, not creating extra creasing or unnecessary creasing. So you only do the stuff which is where you needed to press it. If you've got steam, use with steam as well. So use cloth and steam on the same time, and then you press it. So that's what I want to kind of like pay attention to, the head of the sleeve. So because if you made it sleeve as I asked, so you don't need to press too much. The only you will do have just a little touch of hot iron with obviously covered. You need to cover your coat with the damp cloth. So that's to create more sharper look. Again, if you need to do some like lapels, you do like that. So you on the lapel, you don't press that flat. Please do not press. So if it's a nicely rolled collar, the tailors are good tailors, good makers, they don't have to go and press it that flat. It will just go by itself. So it's not really also uncommon a 19th century to have a really sharp edge. It's more modern look. So you don't press it, don't go and press it that flat. So you have to have that type of curve in there. It's part of the coat, part of the period as well. So it's very important you do that. And then you just observe, just look all around what else is need to be pressed. And as I said, if you are following my advices, it pretty much would be spot on anyway, and all will be pressed there. So I'll just see just a little bit of creasing there. So usually you put the glove, but if you have a good steam, so it's good to do it just with the steam like that. So I've got I've got this little gap between my cloth and the steam, and just do that. That really helps as well, just to give a little final shade there. That's looks really nice, isn't it? And the color again, if you followed my instructions, they would be really nice and curved very nicely, and that would be pressed again. If you needed to press it, then you go on the iron board. So don't do it on the mannequin. I will definitely have something to put under, so you can that can be pressed more in that curve line instead of pressed flat. And then just a general loop. And then if you need to press your H, that's the front edge, that's definitely have to be on iron board, and it have to be flat. So just because it's on the mannequins, it doesn't mean that don't go and press it flat. So you have to be used flat surface as well to press it. So yeah, you look around and make sure all the edge and the pocket flap is you're happy with, and the back as well. and then you look vent and your plate, make sure it's all sits properly and doesn't have any creases. And as I said, you don't have to press it much if you followed my instructions. After when you're happy and satisfied with your pressing, how it looks, leave it to dry, so because it could be slightly damp or you know, or wet in certain areas. And then after that, clean your coat, because it will be you know, full of little hairs and fluff and dust, and especially because we used so much inside canvases, so some of them it just, you know, picks up all that fluff. So it's very important that you clean it. As I said, used before in my little videos where I use just any sticky tape, just use any, which is that I found, that's what I found in my drawer, and I just used anything sticky and just go that and just clean my cloth with from the fluff and make it when it's all cleaned, it does make so nice. It will look so professional when it's nice and clean, and especially if you look after your stuff, you know, it does look really nice. Okay. So make sure you take all your tacking out, and so I left it that side. So just a reminder, so you don't have to finish completely, so you can still leave the tacking if you want to. But everything else need to be taken out. You look inside as well, so I'm going to clean inside to make sure that's all clean, have no fluff. You check your lining, make sure your lining sits properly and doesn't twist anywhere. So if it does, obviously you need to undo it and check, or contact me so I can advise you on what to do. Otherwise, it's all ready. So leave it to dry completely, and I look after that, put the bag on so it's the other dust or fluff doesn't go on your coat. Take lots of photographs as well, so it's just quite important. The next video would be about buttons, what type of buttons you can apply and where they, you know where they're going, but what size and what type of buttons is going there. So I'm going to talk about that in the next video. So I hope this one was useful for you. See you later. Bye.